Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks because Carolina baseball is in full swing. There's sure a lot to get to on this week's episode of Capital City Sports. We'll have coverage for baseball and women's tennis, as well as men's and women's basketball. Also, 2 men's basketball players have declared for the NBA draft. Brian Bowen and Chris Silva are looking to go pro, but both have not hired agents. This means that they will remain eligible to play for the Gamecocks. I think if the Texans want to make a run for the playoffs, they're going to need Thomas and Hopkins in tandem with that receiving core to do well.
The Gamecocks caught fire on the gridiron tonight. Will Muschamp's squad down the Chattanooga Mocs 49-9 on senior night. In the second quarter, Mon Denson gets in on the action. He gets some air and goes up and over the UTC defensive line and in for 6. The total offensive performance continued for the Gamecocks. This time Bentley connects with Shi Smith in stride. Smith looks to be stopped, but he slips away from 2 UTC defenders. Shi puts on the afterburners and glides into the end zone for another USC touchdown. Moving on to the fourth quarter, Debo Samuel catches a Jake Bentley pass, jukes out defenders, runs, and dives for a touchdown. You name it, he can do it. The Gamecocks will have plenty to be thankful for as their offense and defense played lights out. But a more substantial challenge awaits them in Clemson on November 24th. There, the Gamecocks will battle the Tigers for statewide supremacy.
Despite a loss on opening day, the baseball team is impressed on the diamond so far. A 3-game series versus Charleston Southern was their next challenge. Matt Boumbaka was at Founders Park.
Liverpool's attack with Roberto Firmino, Mohamed Salah, and Sadio Mane is a Ferrari. There's no debating that. But with their midfield and their defense, they're not as strong as the other teams left in the competition. So in the back, more of a Honda.
You can catch Johns and the rest of the softball team at home this weekend when they face Mississippi State. And I think that all the talk about him being unreliable, being a problem in the locker room is hogwash. Sean Payton is going to square away his football team. He is a great head coach. He's not going to tolerate any nonsense. No. So Des Bryant's going to have a great year with the Saints.
After an overtime loss to Mississippi State in Starkville, the Gamecocks return home tonight. Their opponent, the Kentucky Wildcats, have only won 4 games all season. But Lauren Chang and company will not care. The Gamecocks are looking to stay undefeated at Stone Stadium. But the match turned on its head when UK goalkeeper Hannah Leonard handles the ball outside the box and sees red. On yet another Gamecock corner, Tatum Milazzo scores for USC. Not looking good at all for the Wildcats. Just when you thought the goals were done, Sol Bagnesdottir fires a laser from outside the box and places it bottom corner. Columbia remains a fortress for the Gamecocks thanks to a dominating performance. Shelly Smith's side improves to 8-2-0 on the season, and they look to play the Auburn Tigers at home on Friday.
I agree with Eli. Definitely a penalty. As a player, if I get touched in the back like that, especially in the 6-yard box, I'm going to go down right away. And Mendy Benashi is just being very stupid.
The men's basketball team upset the number 10 ranked Auburn Tigers on Saturday. Against Georgia, they look to win their 2nd game in a row. Nathan Richkowski was at the CLA. The Gamecocks were down 6-0 in the 5th, but rallied to win 8-6, sealing the sweep on Sunday. The Gamecocks also beat Furman on Tuesday.
It was too little, too late for the Gamecocks today. USC fell to the Texas A&M Aggies 26-23. Jake Bentley's return was anything but positive. As for the Gamecock offense in Bentley, a spark ignited. Shi Smith fought his way into the end zone after catching a pass from Bentley. Coach Muschamp then called up a gutsy play, but his 2-point conversion paid off. Brian Edwards with the dividends. Coach Boone brought out another 2-point conversion called to tie it up. Edwards again makes the student section scream. The Gamecocks will go into the bye week 3-3. Rest will be needed as SEC foe Tennessee is on the horizon on October 27th. For now, Gamecock fans will go to bed with nightmares about drop passes before they dream about wins.
In some breaking Gamecock football news, former USC tight end Hayden Hurst was selected 25th overall by the Baltimore Ravens in the NFL draft.
And Carson Wentz and Golden Tate immediately after the trade were getting into it on Twitter, saying that they were ready to work together, happy to work together. That is great. Chemistry going straight away.
As the weather turned dreary, Gamecock fans were looking for something to brighten their day. Unfortunately, as the Gamecocks took on the Stony Brook Seawolves, the outcome was anything but bright. Picking things up in the first, A.J. Lawson scores a layup as USC played good D early on. Lawson steals the ball and finds Keyshawn Bryant as both teams started to score more. Lawson finds Bryant once more, this time on a crowd-pleasing alley-oop. Even though Coach Martin wasn't happy at halftime, Cocky was in good spirits. The close loss puts USC at 1-1. The Gamecocks will have their next home game on Tuesday, November 13th against Norfolk State University. Another great chance for Gamecock fans to come out and support.
Usually this game has a little more on the line.
This year it's not so much. Usually it's United and City at the top of the table, battling for first and second place, a top 5 spot, Champions League qualification. If they don't perform this current game against City, and then in the future, if it goes down to another dip, you can't take another chance that it's going to get better.
The Gamecocks tried to equalize, but Luca Meyer's free kick attempt bounces off the post. Later on, Clemson keeper Johnny Sutherland plays the ball upfield. Andrew Birkenell with the flick on, and Adrian Nunez with a clinical finish. Clemson wins 2-0. Students of all blood types rolled up their sleeves this past week for the 34th annual Carolina Clemson Blood Drive. Students were able to donate in Russell House and across campus. The Red Cross holds the challenge between the in-state rivals, but the impact of donations goes beyond South Carolina.
So the American Red Cross provides blood for 2,600 hospitals across the United States. So we have a national blood supply, which means we're going to send it wherever the blood is needed the most.
Since 1984, the challenge has raised over 115,000 pints of blood from both schools. Students, faculty, and staff can donate. They each have a reason for doing so.
My friend Mitesh has been advertising a lot, helping to volunteer, and he had to get a lot of blood transfusions when he was in high school. That's when we met. So just like helping him, helping the communities.
The winner will be recognized during the Carolina-Clemson football game on November 24th. For News 4, I'm Forrest Tucker. For some students, the walls of Strom Thurmond Wellness and Fitness Center are intimidating. Luckily, campus recreation and the Student Health Center can help. Meet Me at the Barbell was held on Friday at Strom to help students who need guidance navigating the gym. Through a discussion session, students learned about eating healthy and gym stereotypes. Making students feel comfortable in the gym is important to fitness director Michael Lago Marcini.
It's something that has been addressed on my end for the first time the last year and a half that I've been here. It was really one of our big goals of making sure that everyone is comfortable and that we are kind of welcoming and inclusive for everyone.
After the discussion session, participants went to the gym to do exercises such as the leg press, planks, lunges, and the lat pull down. The fitness staff made sure to focus on form and light weight as well. The staff is invested to making the gym a place where students can get advice on working out.
We like to emphasize just like a judge-free zone here. We like to emphasize that coming in, you just be comfortable with everything. It's a great environment here. Positivity is one thing we also emphasize. There's just kind of for the mental aspect, we're here to emphasize that, you know, it's okay if you don't know how to do it, just come to us. You know, we'd be glad to help.
You can find more out about fitness workshops available to students at sc.edu/campusrec. For SGTV News 4, I'm Forrest Tucker.